The courtroom was packed that morning. Every seat taken, every whisper sharp with judgment. At the center, a 19-year-old boy in a plain black suit standing alone. No lawyer, no family, just him, facing a judge who'd already made up his mind. "Son," the judge said, smirking, "do you even understand what you're charged with?" The crowd chuckled. Reporters scribbled their notes, ready to watch another young black man's future disappear. But what happened next? No one, not even the judge, was prepared for. Because the boy they mocked wasn't an ordinary defendant. He was something else entirely. A hidden genius about to turn the entire courtroom upside down. This is the story of Malik Turner, the teenager who faced the system alone and made history. The courtroom was already full before the judge even walked in. Reporters whispered, lawyers shuffled papers, and in the middle of it all sat a boy who shouldn't have been there. He was 19, barely out of high school. No suit, no briefcase, just a worn-out shirt and a face that looked like it hadn't slept in days. His name was Malik Turner, and everyone thought this was the day his life would end. The charge? Assaulting an officer. It didn't matter that he swore he was innocent. The security footage was gone. The witnesses disappeared, and the arresting officer had a spotless record. Everyone had already made up their mind. The boy was guilty. But what they didn't know was that Malik wasn't the ordinary defendant they thought he was. He had a secret, one that would turn the entire courtroom upside down. Judge Hollander speaks up. Case number 4817, the state versus Malik Turner. He adjusts his glasses and stares at the boy. You're representing yourself? That's brave, or foolish. A few people chuckled in the audience. Malik didn't flinch. He simply stood up, then slow, calm, and confident. Malik answered, "Yes, Your Honor, I'll be representing myself." Judge Hollander responded, "Well, Mr. Turner, this isn't a school debate. This is a court of law, and from the look of you, I doubt you've even read one legal textbook." The courtroom erupted in quiet laughter. Even the prosecutor smirked. But Malik didn't respond. He picked up a small notebook, pages worn and highlighted, and opened it gently. That notebook had every law, every case, every loophole he'd spent the past year studying. From a prison library. Because while everyone else saw a poor kid from the projects, Malik had seen something different, a system designed to break him. And he decided to learn how to break it back. The prosecutor, Ms. Trent, was known for her arrogance. She had won nearly every case she touched. But when she took the stand to question the first witness, Malik was ready. "Officer Daniels, can you describe what happened the night of June 18th? asked Ms. Trent. The officer replied, "Yes, ma'am. I stopped the defendant because he matched a suspect description. He resisted arrest, became aggressive, and struck me on the arm." Malik waited. Then he stood, now slowly. Malik starts speaking. "Officer Daniels, may I ask a few questions?" The judge hesitated, then waved his hand. "Go ahead, Mr. Turner. Amuse us." Malik asked, "Officer, you said you stopped me because I matched a suspect's description. Was that description written down anywhere?" The officer responded, Yes, in the incident report." Malik asked, "And what exactly did that description say?" The officer responded, "Black male, roughly 6 feet tall, wearing a dark hoodie." Malik asked him, "Would you say that describes more than half the young men in this city at night?" Crowd murmurs. Judge bangs gavel. Judge Hollander shouted, "Order in the court!" Malik didn't stop there. He pulled out a printed copy of something. The same report the officer thought was buried in police records. "Your Honor, I obtained this through a Freedom of Information request. The report also says the suspect had a scar on his left cheek. Do I have a scar, officer?" Malik asked. No, you don't," said the officer. The courtroom grew restless. Even the judge shifted in his chair. For the first time, Malik's voice wasn't just being heard, it was being felt. "You accused me of assault, but there was no body cam footage. You said the camera malfunctioned. Is that correct?" Malik asked. "Yes," the officer answered. "And yet, the timestamp shows the footage was deleted after the arrest was filed," Malik responded. The officer's face went pale. Whispers filled the courtroom. "Mr. Turner, where are you getting this information?" Judge Hollander asked with irritation. "Public access request, Your Honor. The truth isn't hidden. People just don't look hard enough," answered Malik. The judge's smirk faded. He leaned forward now, studying the boy like he was seeing him for the first time. This wasn't a street kid trying to act smart. This was someone who had studied the system from inside its walls and learned how to fight it with its own rules. "Mr. Turner, where did you learn to do all this?" the judge quietly asked. "From the same place your laws come from, sir. The library," said Malik. But just when it seemed Malik had turned the tide, something unexpected happened. Ms. Trent smiled, a cold, knowing smile, and whispered something to the bailiff. A moment later, a man in a dark suit entered the courtroom holding a thick envelope. Inside it was a new piece of evidence. "Your Honor, the prosecution has just received additional footage that changes everything." "Proceed," said Judge Hollander. Malik's hands trembled slightly as the footage played on the monitor. It showed a blurry figure in a hoodie, swinging at an officer. Everyone turned toward Malik. Even he froze. It looked like him. And that's when he realized someone had set him up again. The air in the courtroom was heavy enough to taste. Every eye fixed on the grainy image flickering across the monitor. The hoodie, the punch, the fall, it looked real, too real. Judge Hollander leaned forward. "Mr. Turner, anything you'd like to say before we admit this into evidence?" Malik swallowed hard. The frame froze on his supposed face. But something wasn't right. "Your Honor, I'm asking for 5 minutes, just 5, to verify the metadata on that file." The judge hesitated. The gallery buzzed. 5 minutes later, the bailiff returned with a flash drive. Malik had requested from the clerk's computer, the one holding the official record of his booking. He plugged it in, opened both timestamps side by side on the courtroom screen. "Notice anything, Your Honor?" "The footage they just presented was created at 8:43 a.m., but my arrest report says I was already in custody at 8:15. The realization spread like lightning. If Malik had been booked before the fight ever took place, the video was fake, digitally inserted. "Objection. This boy is manipulating—" "Sit down, counselor," Judge Hollander responds. For the first time, the judge's tone wasn't mocking. It was protective. While chaos filled the room, a janitor quietly slipped Malik a folded note. No one noticed. He opened it beneath the desk. Inside were 6 words. "They did the same to my son." His eyes darted up. The janitor was gone. That night, Malik was remanded for further evaluation. They called it routine. He called it containment. In the holding cell, a voice whispered from the next block. "You're Malik Turner, right? The kid who embarrassed Officer Daniels?" "Who's asking?" Malik asked. "Name's Rico," the voice responded. "Daniels planted the same trick on me." Different video, same date. Rico slid something through the bars, a scratched USB drive. "Proof," he said. "Keep it hidden." Next morning, Malik was back in court. Ms. Trent walked in with her usual confidence. But she didn't know the boy now had a weapon stronger than any gun: evidence. Malik connected the USB to the court screen. Static first, then images. The same hoodie fight, shot from another angle, except this version still had the timecode overlay. The numbers proved it was recorded days before Malik's arrest. Judge Hollander spoke up. "Ms. Trent, explain this." I was handed that footage by Internal Affairs." "I assumed," she responded. "You assumed a poor kid couldn't tell code from coincidence?" Malik said firmly. Court recessed. Outside, Malik's friend Jamal caught him by the shoulder. Jamal, Malik's friend, warned him. "Bro, you need to lay low. They're not gonna let this slide." But he answered, "I can't stop now. Someone inside the system planted that file, and I'm gonna find who." A black sedan idled at the curb. The tinted window lowered. Officer Daniels stared out, expression cold. Then he said, "Smart kid, be careful which laws you challenge." The window rose and the car disappeared into traffic. That night, Malik and Jamal broke into the old public records building. Using Rico's USB, Malik traced an encrypted folder labeled Project Eden. Inside, hundreds of fabricated arrest videos, everyone targeting young black men. Everyone marked training simulation, confidential. It wasn't just a case anymore. It was a program. Malik whispered, "If this reaches the press, it'll burn the city." Jamal replied, "Then light the match." Suddenly, footsteps echoed in the hall. Flashlights swept across the walls. They had been found. The doors slammed. Malik shoved the flash drive into Jamal's hand. Malik whispered, "If I don't make it out, get this to Judge Hollander. He's the only one who might listen." Security grabbed him. He exposed their lie and walked straight into their trap. 3 weeks passed. No one had seen Malik Turner since that night at the records building. The city had moved on. At least that's what they thought. But under the quiet, something was boiling. Officer Daniels filed the report. Suspect escaped custody during transport. Case closed. No one questioned it, except one person, Judge Hollander. He couldn't sleep. The boy's eyes kept replaying in his mind, sharp, defiant, honest. He requested access to the Project Eden files. His request was denied. That's when he knew Malik had been telling the truth. A week later, a sealed envelope appeared on Hollander's desk. No sender. Inside, a flash drive scratched, familiar. A single video file. Title, "Do not ignore this." The footage rolled. Officer Daniels, Miss Trent, a meeting room filled with officers. A voice said, "Keep the program clean. The footage must look authentic. No leaks, no witnesses." Then, another voice. A young man's, breathing hard. Malik speaks. "You'll never silence the truth." Gunshot, screams, static. The judge froze. The sound was faint but enough. A faint train horn right after the shot. Only one station in the city matched that sound at that hour. He called the police chief. No response. He called the press. They hung up. So he went alone. At the abandoned train yard, the air reeked of oil and rust. Then beneath the fifth rail car, a body bag. But it wasn't Malik. It was Officer Daniels. And in his clenched hand, a note. "He lives. Tell them." The next morning, the city woke up to chaos. Judge Hollander had gone live on national television. He exposed Project Eden. He showed the fake footage, the secret files, and the voices of the officers who made them. Every major outlet, CNN, BBC, TikTok, Twitter, the story spread like wildfire. And then, a shadow appeared behind the judge on screen. It was Malik, alive. He stepped forward, calm, composed, and spoke. "You tried to erase me, but I'm not a file. I'm the proof that truth still breathes, even when justice doesn't." Crowd cheers erupt in background. The system burned. Dozens of officers resigned. The task force was dismantled. But Malik? He vanished again. No interviews, no appearances. Just one message posted on an anonymous YouTube channel the next year. They can silence a man, but not his story. More truths coming soon.